Okay, today, today's date is on the 4th of March 2025. So I'm going to talk about a lot of things today. Like I'm going to talk a lot of deeper things today, and I just hope that you please listen to me. Just listen. Let it be that the data you are using to watch some things that are not too relevant, comedy, and people who makes you laugh, or people you watch other erotic films or whatever you do with your data. Let it be that you are using your data to learn something every day. There is something I'm teaching, there is something I'm talking about, and people need to listen to it. You can only get to other people if all people like you listen. So what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about that the survivor, the individual survivor of the black race or Nigeria as a case study lies in all of our hands. In the hands of the Fulani, in the hands of the Hausa, the hands of the Yoruba, and the hands of the Igbo man. And then the better we work synergically for our survival, the better for us. But if you think Igbo people, they should ban church in their place, they should ban native doctors, they should kill themselves. By the way, the thing is not affecting us. It will get to you. It will get to you. If you think, okay, it's happening in Anambra, it has not come to Abia. It will get to Abia. They are coming. The government is coming for all of you. It is because you all supported one way or the other, either by tribal affiliation, by religious Confucianism, or by one means or by personal bias. You contributed to the evil government we have today. If you never contributed, your relations contributed. You contributed in one way or the other, because if we got weakened mentally, you contributed. Because if we were strong men who knew what was right and stand on the path of justice, we wouldn't have been here today. There is war. There is war. There is war. Black race, there is war in black race. There is war in the international globe, and the war is also directly affecting the black race. What do I mean? Now, if you listen to Bob Marley when he said, Lucky Dube when he said, you can change the style, but you can never change the true meaning. You can kill the messenger, but you can never kill the message. You can never kill reggae. What it means is that reggae is radicalism. Reggae is enlightenment, behaving abnormal to the system, because if you conform to the system, you conform to the matrix. So even if we change the style of reggae, because we are no longer singing I wanna go in, I wanna go home, but in our heads we are raising reggaes, we are raising reggae stars, people who are reasoning into deep things that were said by the prophets before. Conformity is part of the matrix. The way you go and worship your God, the way you listen to your elders, the way you handle things, they are all conformities. What do I mean? See why we are here. Before, how do we make kings? We make kings by upright people, people who are just, people who are powerful both spiritually, physically, and people who keep their hands clean. That is how we make kings. Now, how do we make kings? People who studied PhD, people who went to America, people who acquired money, people who acquired wealth. That is the people we give. We even use through church to make traditional leaders. We use government to influence traditional leaders. One way or the other, we have all supported this rot. And when it started from the system, it is going to swallow all of us. In black race, we no longer consider morality as a symbol of good governance or good leadership or a standard of judgment. What we see is obsequies, as in he has money. Is it just to be talking? Is it to be talking church? Where is evidence? Now we want people who make money, who use money as evidence or a parameter to judge the leadership system. That's why we have succeeded up in bringing leaders who are evil, who are against us. When it was happening to the Igbo man has always been led by the justice system. They say, kill Igbo, kill them. Now, it is no longer Igbo that is fighting for survival. Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani is fighting for survival. You think because they are still instigating the law and using the federal power against us, they are using it against you. Now, Fulani is killing Hausa people, taking their lands, taking their villages, chasing their wives away, killing their wives, killing their children. They are taking Benue. The whole system is against all of us. We will all go down. Now, they've increased network charge rate so that we will not be talking, because when we talk so much, we communicate a lot of knowledge. They've also increased data so that I cannot be able to reach you, and so that you cannot also be able to watch all of my videos because of consumption time. The system is against all of us. They want to shut us down. They want to shut us down. Look at the Rivers people. They said Igbo people are not their brothers. Igbo people should fight their way. Are they winning their own war? Look at, they've exploited all your oil wells. They've made your land inhabitable. They've poisoned your rivers. They've given leadership to wrong people in your area. You are in darkness. There is no genuine development. Brothers are fighting against brothers. Oh, God. Do you know cultism was brought into Africa by our idiotic land criminals who claim they are professor of novelty and literature? They brought in cultism. Now, when cultism came, blacks started killing blacks. You fly red, Aro Baga. You fly black, black ass man. You fly, what is it called? Yellow, Buccaneer. There is now separation between brothers. Brothers now kill brothers because of selfish interest, because of tussle for power. Meanwhile, Ubuntu and Uhuru, brothers are supposed to look against brothers' back without letting courts to segregate us so that we can fight the common enemy. Game. They brought Bobrisky. The people like Bobrisky now to start showing you G-Wagon, showing you big car, showing you executive travels, to let you know that it's possible that if you convert from man to woman and then do Ashawo and do Olosho, you can actually make it in life. They are uttering standard. These people are sponsored by the white rich people. Have you asked yourself why in Africa they are ready to sponsor? Do you know all your big ministers in Nigeria, both or what is his name? The Benin man that started Pentecostalism fire and started destroying the, what is it called? Our native inheritance and cultural inheritance, and then we started pushing Pentecostalism into here. What's his name? The one that died like fowl, that sat and died at the age of 50 something, an idiot. Do you know he was sponsored by white people? He was going to UK, going to Scotland, going to preach to them. They gave him an audience, gave him an influence, gave him money, and then sent him back here to use Pentecostalism to destroy everything that made us united. And then when some people are going to church and some people are going through the cultural traditional way, there is breakage between brothers and sisters. There is division. And when there is division, this person has said, we have seen the light, you are still following the archaic traditional way and all of that. But the truth is that all of these systems can be remodeled, researched, and then converted to software so that we don't need to be pouring blood or doing all of this juju. Do you know artificial intelligence is not actually artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is ancestral intelligence. An ancient knowledge that is deep, that is unending. Check the logo of a ChatGPT. Check the logo of DeepSeek. It is a dragon that goes through itself and then comes through its body and continues. A continuation that never ends. To tell you that this knowledge is ancestral knowledge that never ends. Ask it any question. It will go to the different algorithms of the world where these informations have been saved and deep it out and give to you. All the Keba is like fortune telling. They've carried this thing 100 years ago and they've been researching on it. How to turn this ancestral knowledge to a software where it knows is the versatility of all disciplines. Every question in any discipline you ask about it, it will be able to show it. This is a collection of knowledges, an ancestral wisdom. They presented it to you. Do you know the logo of Android? Two ant head like this. Ikenga. These are our resources that were converted to software because the whites were ready to research and continue learning. But the blacks are depending on Jesus, Afa, Isa, Allah, Kuba, to solve their problem. When their problem can actually be solved by their brain, if they research and think deep and then configure things in languages that cannot be understood easily. Game, science, and technology. Africa can never be dependent if we continue depending on the white man for our church, for our Islam, for the clothes we wear, for the food we eat, for the way we should dress, for the way we should be accepted, for the way we educate ourselves. If we continue following that template and the models by the white man, we will always be backward. Now ask me, why did the white man pay a lot of money to bring ministers, gospel people, churches, to open schools, and all of these many things in Africa, to hold Africa down? Why did they not bring scientists, researchers to come to Africa and teach Africans how to research on production of car, how to research on production of nuclear energy, and how to mine our natural resources here? Why do we need to take it to their side and process it before coming back here for use? Why? Why did they not teach us those things? Why do we now need to even take visa to go to their side to go and follow them and mine and process under their own conditions and terms and then come back to Africa to use? Why are they taking us as brain drain? Because of bad and weak leadership that they've also instituted, because they've divided us using church, using a lot of things, using tribal differences. By right, we are supposed to be brothers. We born to Huru to defend each other, but Yoruba man thinks Igbo man is his problem. And Igbo man thinks, without things, we know that Hausa, Fulani and Yoruba are our problem. But if this new generation of Yoruba people could come up and say, Igbo people did not commit that genocide. Igbo people are not the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria are our leaders. They are the evil people who are draining us and killing us. Suffering does not know that I'm a Tinubu brother. Suffering does not know that I'm an Igbo man. If we unite and we have Igbo people who shares resources with Hausa and shares with Yoruba in intelligence and in unity, and know that our common enemy is not ourselves but people who lead us, then we can only break through. If not, we are going down. Okay, now I want to talk about VDM. I'm telling people that VDM is part of the system. And they say, hey, you want to gain popularity through video or whatever. VDM is a criminal. He is part of the system. If he's not part of the system, let VDM come out and call these government people. And we will back him. Let them arrest him. We will follow him by the back. Call Tinubu out. Call all these bad leaders out. It is when Igbo people started telling that we know you are bringing Igbo people down one by one, that he knows he wants to talk about Nnamdi Kanu's release. Have you not been hearing about it before? You're not human rights activists. Why have you not said about it? Igbo people must talk about it. Who told you it must be an Igbo people that must talk about it? Because if Igbo people talk about it, there may be some level of bias due to affiliation to brotherhood. Who said you as a neutral man? Who knows the truth? Who knows that all of us are victims in this, the matrix, the people who are leading us? Why not stand, let us back you up? Why not build disciples of honest and what's up? You always raising topics of frivolities. They do this. This person do bleaching cream. The other person collect money. He did not collect money. He didn't pay. No, we say what you're doing is good or it's okay. It's not easy. But raise an army of conscious people like you and let us face the evil. The church, the Islam, and the government. They are the evil that are against us. They don't love us. They give us fake hope. Fake hopes that are not practical. Fake hopes that cannot go and raise the dead. Fake hope that cannot go to mortuary and do any miracle. Fake hope that cannot come to my village and heal the blind. Fake hope that cannot bring a sincere lame man and raise him to life. They are all lies. And every day we continue seeing the signs, but you are all blind to see the signs that all these people are all lies. But the government is a lie. Whether it's favoring you or it's not favoring you, all need to stop corruption. Without corruption, you can't succeed. Who told you can't succeed without corruption? You need to get it right in the place you are leading. In your academic sector, you need to get it right. In your accounting sector, you need to get it right. In places you are representing government, you need to start ensuring genuinity and morality. A country built on corruption must be a country that must go down. And Nigeria is already showing signs of a country that is going down. No matter how we continue patching it, it is going down. It's going down. Now let me tell you about the international game. I want to go into the international game. See how they play the international game. The Bidens and the other Kenya man, Barack Obama, the evils, the leftists, they had the world and they were helping to institute bad leadership in different countries of the world. They pursued Gaddafi and killed Gaddafi because they know Gaddafi was preaching African unity, Africa to unify and produce a unified currency so that we can stand against the white people, so that we will not be using our currency to use as wage of determinant of transfer of resources. But let us use our natural resources, our gold converted in natural form, to determine how much they will bring. They killed him. Una don't know anything. Una don't know anything. Goodluck Jonathan came and then started to repeat, even though his government was deadly corrupt, but there was some policies that were going to lift people out of poverty. They say, who are you to raise the awareness of African people? They removed him and brought Buhari, who is a known clan, a criminal, a religious extremist, an idiot. He was the one that killed Nigeria finally. Tinubu is just continuing from where he stopped because Tinubu told you that I'm going to follow the template of Buhari. So don't blame Tinubu. We're all in a whole mess and we're all going down. Buhari on a normal day cannot even be the chairman of his own community, cannot even be traditional leader of his own community, because he's not sound enough to even lead the community, not to take up leading 200 and something million people. But when we care because he's a Fulani man, it is the turn of the Fulani, and you see your tribal bias. See where we are going down. Now in the international politics, so after bidding, oh God, during the time that Trump came, and Trump was trying to reset the system, and Trump was trying to fix America right. Now call Trump a racist. Yes, Trump is a racist, but we love you. Yes, why do we love you? If Trump will say, black people, go back to your nation and go and fix your nation. That a black man is not supposed to be a president of a white country, because if a black man becomes the president of a white country, there are symptoms or there are signs that he's working for an upper hand that made him president, and not for working for the interests of the white people. White people, go to your land is beautiful, go and make it beautiful. Go and hold your leaders accountable, stop destroying our own land. Then building the wall, they say, why should he do that? He's going against the world order. And they came with all different types of accusations. And when they saw that the guy was too stubborn not to break down in the face of those accusations and felony charges they brought against him, then they brought COVID. COVID was an artificial disease that never really came in. It was meant to just wipe some class of white people, carry black people again to continue the modern day slavery, to refill the space that they've claimed in the white land, and then continue again. So when COVID came, before Trump could even understand the dynamics of COVID, they rigged him out of power. But he was going to come back, because the world order needs to be reset. If we don't reset the world order, very soon, now we'll be sleeping with man on the road, and we will not call it anything. And we will start sleeping with our children. They were already converting children from women to men without the consent of the children, or without them attaining age of knowledge. They decide for them. They were altering the system, making us behave like zombies. That is their target. So Trump came and said the game they played. Trump built a bond with Elon Musk. Elon Musk bought Twitter 40-something million, 44 million. They thought it was for business purpose, because they know the man is a very self-centered capitalist who is looking for money. They don't know that he wanted to uproot the power of communication, because to raise people, you need to create conscious communication, like as I'm trying to create within your head. So when he bought Twitter, Facebook that was shadow banning us and hiding us from talking to the world, now people ran to Twitter and started reporting the evils that were happening in their different governments and their different countries, and how they've been shadow banned and how they've been disconnected from reaching out to the world and all of that. Then he sacked all of the staffs in Twitter, chased away all of the idiots that were working for the matrix, put his own people, held the engineer at the top end connection, and swore an oath, wrote with him, you will never disconnect, and he is the owner overall by legal binding. That was how they now brought back Trump's Twitter account. Trump started speaking to the world and started raising the consciousness of white people to be more white. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Go and develop your own land. Make your land beautiful like America, that people should be jealous to come to your land. Stop saying the world is a global village, all of us can be king. Who told you should be king in another person's land? Who told you, why should a Yoruba man come and be king in Igbo land? Is that abnormal? So Trump now is now also trying now to reset the world order. See how they hit Tinubu's record, and rather declare Tinubu a fantastic asset for the FDI instead of to declare the real truth. They want evil people, bad people to be in leadership so that they can hold all of us bondage. See how they are setting wars in all parts of the world. What caused the war in Ukraine? The war in Ukraine was an avoidable war that shouldn't happen. It was very unavoidable war that shouldn't happen. How do I mean? See what I mean. Ukraine, they shared the world into different parts. Where Europe had their influence in Africa, they were killing Africa, draining, stealing from Africa. Now, Russia was in charge of this other part of Europe and some part of Asia. But Russia was not too exploitative. They just wanted to be safe. Don't bring war close to our door. Just stay on your own and let us stay on our own. But then Europe wanted to force, what's the idiot name? Ukraine to become part of NATO, so that they can station war machines and station what's it called? Give me space. And station what's it called? Ammunition and big missiles, IBM missiles, close to Russia. But that was not the agreement. You agreed with them. You all agreed that everybody should stay on their own so that there will be world peace. But what these Marxists, all these Soros and the control panels, what they do, and what's their name again? I don't want to call their name. What they do, they set wars in different parts of the world, set diseases, distract you while they are carrying out their evil executions. So why is Ukraine is trying to join NATO because Russia threatened you? What brought the threatening? Your legitimate president in 2014 that had some affiliation with Russia but did not sell Ukraine to Russia. Why did you impeach him? So that you can conduct an emergency election and then put an idiot, a commander as president that would be a willing tool in the hands of Europe and the matrix. That is what started the war. Let the world tell ourselves the truth. Why are we lying? So that they can sell weapons, sell arms and steal. Trump is now coming to restore world order and world peace and let everybody stay on their own. Nobody should fight war, but don't look for anybody's trouble. What Trump is coming to tell Europeans, brother, I will not be paying for your bills while my people are suffering. You know. I'll be paying for your war protection and guaranteeing you and supplying you aid while my people are suffering. I not be Mugo, I not be Zambio. So when I'm going to provide on our team, if I give us services, we charge you. If I give you services, you charge me. Make everybody day. But any day where you think say you won't go join war, may you fight me. I am America and I am the world greatest and I have all the arsenals, but I don't want to fight war. That is what Trump is doing. Trump has even cut educational aid where we say people like us who are intellects, who have higher brain vibrations, who are ancestral and deep in knowledge are supposed to go to America and research on solutions that can solve African problems. But they are locking them against us because Trump is feeling like, why should I invest money in training strangers in the name of educational grants and funds? Why my people are not always interested in going to school? But we are coming, Sha. And what we are coming is that we need to stay on the table of truth and tell you we want to research this thing. Since you have the facilities to research it, then if we now find solutions to our problem, we'll come back here and implement it. But you will be partner with us. You sign a certain percentage deal that does not enshrine slavery, just that the research was carried out in your place. The world is healing, and it is time that black people start to wake up to heal themselves. Jesus cannot save you. Allah Kubaya cannot save you. Tribal wars and tribal differences will not save you. Stop the invasion of Igbo land and Yoruba and Southeast. Fulani people, stop invading Nigeria. Nigeria can never be the headquarter country of the Fulani people. You can never succeed. We will rather give our soul and die and continue waking our people to the truth. This thing the Anambra State governor is doing, even though it is these native doctors who brought their legs out, in actual sense, they were going too far. You want to show people how you can use blood and make multiple money, how you can make riches by doing Nico and doing Ibobo. Are you mad? What's what you were sent here to do? We are here herbalists, people who solve problems for other persons who are not too spiritually enlightened. Who help them to tell their fortune, tell them follow this path, keep your hands clean, follow this path, you will be better. You are sick like this, they say take this medication for sickness, heal yourself. This is, would they help you in controlling rain for your agricultural produce or to control occasions you want to attend? They are just solution givers and not money multipliers. The same traditional people went into evil plans and brought their legs out. And that is why we are where we are. But we can never die. Let the government start. Shebimo State governor has also united in his own laws and whatever. You can only end up in closing of those traditional, what's it called, those native doctors that are practicing stupidity. But you cannot stop us who are not using any juju or anything or carrying too many pots, but who are following the path of morality and Igbo spirituality in our own native sense way. You can't stop us. We will continue talking. We will raise the awareness of people. We don't shed blood. We don't do native doctor thing. But our Igbo is active and our Ofo is active because we know what we practice, and what we practice is ancestral. And you can't deny us access to our God factor. And we don't encourage laziness. We don't encourage Yahoo boys. We don't encourage stealing. We don't encourage shortcuts to success. The whole system is rotten. Why is the white man investing so much to bring foreign ministers to come and minister in Nigeria? Do you know how much they pump into churches in Africa? Why are they not pumping such money into researches and education and adjusting the education system in Africa to not just end as cramming and permitting to pass exam to hold offices, but really researching to find solutions and then be a problem solver, not just to attain positions and go and steal because you have a PhD. The educational system is wiped and fucked. We are backward. We are pursuing frivolities instead of priorities. There is high moral decadence. Africa is backward because any nation that does not get it right and does not sit up right and get its leadership positions right, that country is bound to fail and is bound to be backward and a laughing stock in the hands of people who are getting it right, follow you. Even though America is corrupt, even if Japan is corrupt, even if China is corrupt, but there is a level of corruption that is not publicly acceptable, so that you can build morals and standards that can develop a nation, because corruption kills a nation. Now, do you know P2B is part of the system? In fact, Sowore will make a better president than P2B. But Tinubu will make Nigerians to be wiser on time and know the game more than the whole of them. Get it? P2B will not be able to correct this system through this way he is thinking is going to correct it. You can only correct the system through radical awakening of people, which is what Sowore is doing. Sowore will make a good president than P2B. P2B will say, well, okay, let us look for how we will arrest the system. But you can't fight the system, because if any form of the system brought you, sorry my baby, sorry, you can't fight it. If there is any way that P2B gets help through any one or two persons, he owes them. But if you get help through awakening of conscious minds, I am not in support of revolution. Revolution is deadly and dangerous, because they know they may be revolution, but the people are aware what they are revoluting for. If not, you will later return back to square one, because leadership will later be hijacked by another evil set of people who will come and start the system again. The best revolution is mental revolution, awakening of people's consciousness to know who is the problem and who will bring the solution, so that when we now elect, or when we format, you say, how can we do? You know, we can enforce massive revolution in the electoral process. If we protest and go and hold Jega down, let the protest be to set the system right, so that if you are a good man, we will elect you. And it can only come if Hausa and Yoruba and Igbo people come in unity. Now all this last protest they did that was carrying Russian flag, there is no unity of interest until Arewa will come and sit down with Ohanaeze Igbo, and Ohanaeze Igbo will sit down with Afina Afere youth leadership and sit down to say, we are all drowning, let us do it right. Let us cancel religious dogmas and anything that will tie down our brain. Let us work our people to do it right, so that we set a real standard for election. And after the election and the president emerge, restructure the country and let everybody go their way. Because the white people that joined us together joined us so that in confusion we can never be united for a purpose. We are not supposed to be a nation. We are too backward academically, exposure-wise. We cannot be controlled by one good leadership system. I don't know what to say again. I am just thinking, because I don't even know what to say. I have said it all. And in other versions, I will continue saying it until you people are ready to listen. And if you continue listening, you should protect us that are the agents of awakening. Don't allow them kill us. Don't allow them come for us, because we love you. But you will not understand, because our language and our teachings looks weird. But we are your true brothers. Thank you. My name is Okuchukwume. I'm an Enugu man. I'm an awakened mind. And I hold you first class. I have studied the white man and I know his ways. And my results cannot be doubted. And I also know ancient and ancestral knowledge. So if you come to combination of all of them, I have researched a lot. I am broad. I am like an ancient of knowledge, an ancient of days. I know most things. And I can tell you many things in many disciplines. But I am not a totalitarian of knowledge, but I know much. And I know go lie for you. If I lie for you, you go carry my hand. You go carry my hand. I don't feel like you. Make I come the wine, you wait till I give. I can only tell you the truth. Thank you.